She's a speedy little dark elf. I mean, check out that wingspan. Whoa, fellas! I gotta be careful here. If he takes out Mithrala, I'm gonna be pretty sad, and I think he's probably going to. 2 bombs on Siffy. Of course, we get turned into it. To come in. Oh. Ooh! We still got the job done. Hey guys, Ashir coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Hopefully it finds you all doing well out there. If not, send some positive vibes, some love your way, especially if you need it today. Seriously, just like as corny and dumb as it sounds for some stupid Raid Shadow Legends talking head to be telling you to do, but seriously, just take a deep breath. And then force yourself to smile.
Hey, how do you get your teeth so white?
Really dumb, but there's scientific evidence that just smiling and taking a deep breath, even if it's forced and contrived, actually can put you in a better mood. Along with music, so maybe play one of your favorite nostalgic songs and smile and take a deep breath, and maybe you'll feel a lot better about whatever you're going through. But seriously, guys, just, what am I gonna say here to help you guys out who are going through something? But I guess the biggest thing is be kind to yourself, have a little self-empathy, right? Give yourself a break. I feel like the first thing that everybody should prioritize is a little bit of self-empathy, self-love, and self-care. Seriously, it's corny as it sounds, because if you can't be cool with yourself, then how can you be there for others, Today I want to talk about, one of my favorite champions in this game. I loved her kit. First off, what do you guys think about this shirt? It's a little, we're going on a Hawaiian vacation. You all win. Reach under your seat right now. You got one. I'm your tour guide. Mithrala Lifebane. We get her from Hydra Clan Boss, right? Dude, what an insanely good champion, right? I power ranked her in a video or two ago. I think I gave her the number 4, number 3 best champion, best legendary in the game. Not too many people disagreed because she's that good, Let's just start with her base stats: 20k HP, 1350 on the defense, and 109 on the speed. She's a speedy little dark elf. She feels kind of demon spawny to me, the motif here, but she looks awesome. I mean, check out that wingspan. Whoa, fellas, watch out.
Be careful.
And I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him.
She's a really cool looking champion, but the thing is I used her, frankly, in a couple different areas. I didn't use her a ton, but mainly Hydra Clan Boss, But then more recently, guys, I think I've really nourished a very, very healthy appreciation for just how amazing she is in the arena. And the nice thing about an arena build on Mithrala Lifebane is that you can still use her in this build anywhere in the game, right? So I can't wait to share the team that I've been using her on. We're going to do some classic arena, some live arena, and hopefully it instigates a little creativity from you guys, if you have Mithrala, on what champions you can pair her with, because I want to state this before the video really kicks off here, even though we're already 3 minutes in. I want to state that with Mithrala, with the team I'm about to show you, all the pieces are totally interchangeable, okay? There's plenty of champions that can serve all of these roles, and we'll talk about them in the video. So, Libation of Pain on her A1 attacks 2 times at random. Each hit, 100% chance of placing a poison for 2 turns. Only thing you have to be careful here is going against Marichka teams that will trigger the block damage on the passive. So just be careful of that, but it's really nice to have that poisons on the A1, especially against boss content and PvE. On the A2, Sigil of Toxic Glory, man. This is where a kit just starts getting really nasty, right? We get the an AoE attack. We get the Hex on all enemies, right? And then we get the increased defense and the increased attack. She's a defense-based champion and actually has a 4 multiplier on this A2, a 2 on the A1, which is pretty weak. But on the A2, man, a 4 multiplier, she can deal some sneaky damage. Plus, after Hex got a buff, you get that extra Hex damage as well, especially applicable to the Hydra Clan Boss, right? But then we get increased defense and increased attack on the same ability, man. I mean, more damage out of your defense-based nukers, more damage out of your attack-based nukers, and more survivability for everybody. On the A3, Brimming Silex. It's a 3-turn cooldown, and again, I love how the 2 books go right to the cooldown, 2 books right to the cooldown. Man, oh man. Every champion ought to be this way in the game.
You can't take it personally. Laszlo just decided he wanted someone with more innocence.
With more cellulite is more likely.
Full Cleanse removes all debuffs from all allies. And then we get not just the big version of increased defense, but the big version of Strengthen. And then we get a shield based on 30% of her max HP on top of that. So a Cleanse, big version of Strengthen, and a shield. She is really one of the best support champions in the game. But wait, there's more. The passive, Gaze of Stone, the Medusa passive. I want to start with the last line here, because this is really, this is amazing. Increases champion's resistance equal to the amount of accuracy this champion has. So we can just stack up as much accuracy as humanly possible on this champion, and that will be her resistance. Well, whatever that accuracy number is, plus her base resistance, whatever you have her with, that number is going to be your total resistance, making her one of the strongest, most easily obtainable high resistance champions in the game, right? I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see a Mithrala in the arena, I know 9 times out of 10, if not more, she's going to resist whatever I throw at her, right? Which is incredibly important, because we want, in a perfect world, where with Mithrala it is a perfect world, we want our cleansers to have a lot of resistance so they can remain un-CC'd and then cleanse the rest of our allies. So this is perfect, man. This is perfect. Accuracy in all battles by 80. Okay. All right. You know what? Now the Hawaiian, the whatever shirt is kind of distracting me, and I think I should probably button up a button too. It's a little pretentious there, Ash. Especially for a non-hairy guy. You can't be like, hello! Accuracy in all battles by 80, that's tremendous as well. So the biggest thing that really started to get me thinking, though, the other day, right, is whenever this champion is attacked by an enemy under a Hex debuff, has a 50% chance of applying a Petrification debuff on the attacker. Whenever an ally is attacked by an enemy under a Hex debuff, has a 30% chance of applying a Petrification debuff to the attacker for 1 turn. Petrification is the strongest debuff in the game. And there's only, well, any guess, a little trivia, pop trivia quiz for you guys. How many champions have Petrification in the game? What was that? 3? No. You in the back? 5? No. 2? No. 1. The answer is 1, and it's Mithrala Lifebane, ladies and gentlemen. But Ash, I'm new to the game. What does Petrification do? Okay, well, let's ask hellhades.com. Petrification debuff when targeted against a champion or whatever. What is it going to do? It's going to remove all buffs from that champion. So it's a buff removal, remove all buffs. Then it's going to block any other buffs from being applied. Okay, awesome. And then that champion will not get their skills reduced while the debuff is active, right? Or in the words of Hell Hades, whilst on the loo. I apologize, guys. This champion will, however, take 60% less damage except for bomb debuffs. Ooh. Now that gets the wheels a-spinning, right? This champion will instead take 300% more damage from bombs. Quite the powerful debuff with a significant counter. I agree. So, I thought to myself, you know what? Let's rework Mithrala Lifebane. You know what, Ash? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take all of Arbiter's speed gear off, and we're gonna mule them all over to Mithrala Lifebane, and we're gonna make her super fast, as much accuracy as we can get on her, and we're gonna put her with some bomb champions. And boy, the results were amazing. Wow, dude. Really love it. So let me go ahead and show you. She's going to be very fast. Obviously, on your account, you just build her as fast as you can, right, for this strategy. The idea here is she needs to come in early and place the Hex on everybody to trigger the Petrification, right? So she places the Hex, and we get increased attack on the same ability, which will, get so much more value out of the bombs. So perfect, right? We love it. So she's going to also bring increased defense. So that gives you the flexibility. Okay, we're going to have Mithrala. Then we're going to have 1 bomb champion to synergize with the Hex and the Petrification, right? and then in the increased attack. And then because of the increased defense, we can also bring a defensive nuker if we want to, right? So I'm going to bring Harima, my favorite defensive nuker, right? For a bomb champion, man, I've had Astrolith for a while. You guys, some of you loyal viewers who watch all my content might know that I pulled a 6-star blessing for her, and I was like, should I sell this? I never use Astrolith. And so many of you in the comments were like, dude, use her, she's great. I mean, let me tell you something about Astrolith. She is pretty dang great. I really, really underestimated this champion. I've been loving her, right? Of course, we all know about the Heart Rot ability, or a lot of people do. Attack one enemy, 2 bombs, 1 turn detonation, which is really important. We're looking for as low detonation as possible on bombs. That's why I like Lord Shazar so good, 1 turn detonation, you know? This debuff cannot be resisted. Well, that's even better. We don't have to build her with a resistance. But there's actually a lot more to her kit, right? Let's start with the A1, Assault Leader. It's one of the stronger A1s out there in the game. Attacks one enemy, fills a turn meter of a random ally by 15%, fills a turn meter of all allies by a further 15% as long as the attack is critical. So we're getting a 30% turn meter on one ally, and then 15% on all other allies on the A1. That's pretty dang solid. And then the Judgment. I want to start here with the passive effect. Gains an extra turn and decreases the cooldown of this skill by 3 turns if this champion's HP drops below 20% when attacked. That's really cool, man, because the active effect is exchanges remaining HP levels with a target enemy, then attacks that enemy with the default skill. The default skill gives us another 15% turn meter on everybody. Man, that's a really nice synergy there. Cannot be used on a boss, it's okay because we're using it in the arena. Moreover, exchanging remaining HP levels with a target enemy does not require accuracy, okay? So, man, we love that as well, and it's great to have that passive effect synergizing with it. Sorry to spend so long on a champion that's not supposed to be the subject of the video, but I really like Astrolith. I've come around. Intimidating Presence is what I went with. Strengthen my team's aura by 35%, weakened by 20%, and she has the speed in all battles by 20, or in arena battles, excuse me, by 28%. So we'll use her as her speed lead, which will really supercharge Mithrala. Yeah, right? I do want to show you Mithrala's masteries here, by the way, guys. I went with defense and support. I came down, I picked up Master Hexer. And listen, man, I want to extend the duration of the increased defense, the increased attack, and the strengthen and the shield while we're at it. Why not, right? But I also want to extend the duration of that Hex, right? So obviously we're not going to work against Petrification, but so we went with both Lasting Gifts and Master Hexer on Mithrala. We also went with Cycle of Revenge. 50% chance of increasing turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So we just keep her going fast, right? Also, Rapid Response. 30% chance of increasing turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by the champion is removed or expires. I say this all the time here, guys, but unless you're on like a speed tune clan boss team, Rapid Response, Arcane Celerity, depending if they have more debuffs or buffs. If they have both, you can grab both of them, right? And Cycle of Revenge. These 3 masteries, man, you get a lot of extra turns, turn meter fill by picking those up. So never sleep on those 3 masteries on any champion. Those are the masteries that we went with. We went Temporal Chains on Mithrala. Decrease enemy speed by 5%, up to 15 for each active buff they are under. Also gives me some survivability and extra accuracy in her kit, thus extra resistance in her kit. You can see we have 510 accuracy, not the highest, because we really need to get her super fast for this team, right? But it's really 755 on the resistance, which is pretty dang good. It's not going to resist every Warlord of Yumeko out there, but we'll be banning those champions anyway, right? In the live arena, at least. And then the last person on our team today is going to be Alsgor Crimsonhorn.
Alsgor.
I don't know why I struggle with that first name. I guess I struggle with every name. Let's be real here, right? Alsgor Crimsonhelm. I'm not going to go over his entire kit, his entire like artifacts and stuff, but he has a heal on the A1, right? Increased duration of and buffs. He's got a Crack the Sky, attacks all enemies, 100% chance of removing 2 random buffs from all enemies, and then plays a continuous heal on all allies. Great healer. 3-turn cooldown. Ooh, that's a great ability. And then block damage with a fully heal a target ally on a 4-turn. It's another really good ability. And then when attacked, has a 50% chance to place a big version decrease speed on the attacker. He's a really, really good support champion. I'm glad to have him. But again, you know, you can run a Helicath in this role. You could run a Reviver. We have no Reviver on our team, right? You could run a Reviver in this role. I mean, these are all flex positions, really. You could run instead of Astrolith, If you have Mithrala, you could run a Gaius the Gleeful. You could run a Nishak Verminlord. You could run a Lord Shazar. You could even run like a War Mother if you wanted to, right? A bomb champion. Who's the dude? Soul Drinker, you could run, you know? Harima, any defense-based nuker is great, you know, in that role. All right, guys, here we go in the arena. So I'm going to try a bunch of different types of teams here. Let's just start out here. I will say, with a team like this, right, with a team like this, one thing you want to be careful of is Pythion, right? Pythion. Pythion, and who's another one we should be very careful? They go first, unfortunately. That wasn't ideal. So I guess we're still going to go with the A2 just to put those buffs up. We're not going to land any hexes, though. Now we can go and try to remove some of those buffs. Let's go right after Siphi, obviously. Man, I did a lot of damage as well, right? I mean, forget the bombs. But as I was trying to say before, guys, what you really want to be careful of is running into a Pythion, right? Running into a Pythion or a Elva Autumnborn. Basically, champions who have a cleanse and block debuffs as well can be very, very tricky, both of those types of champions. So that would be an area where I might change my strategy a little bit. But with all that said, it is nice in terms of block debuffs. It's nice to have a champion like a Mighty Uko or like an Alsgor on the team who can remove buffs, right? But you guys can see, man, this team is staying alive. I was a little worried at first, right? Running a team without a reviver is scary, you know, for me at least. Do any of you guys run teams without revivers? Very scary. Even on a go first team, I like to have my Arbiter. You guys know me, you know, so running a team like this, it's, we don't even have a cardio, you know, but you can see we're starting to run those petrifications, and slowly but surely we're getting the job done. Now, if we're going to lose anybody on the team, it's sadly going to be Astrolith. She's not that tanky.
She's just sleeping.
But the rest of the champions, they're all built to take a punch, right? And, you know, we went into this team, a very meta team with a lot of really good tanks, and it was fairly easy. You know, let's go after a team that's going to be a go first team now and see how we do here. I should point out that Alsgor is in a bolster set. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. So we're barely even getting touched here. We're barely getting touched. That's it, man. It's already game over. Against go first teams, and we come in there, we cleanse everything off. Beautiful. Just beautiful. You could argue a team like this. I'm curious to hear about you guys, too. You could argue we might be better served having an AoE bomb layer on the squad. But I just really like the A1 and the A3, personally, of Astrolith. Plus, you love that 6-star blessing, right? All right, so we come in here again. Thanks to that really fast Mithrala, we do go first, which is nice, but then Warlord does go after us. Now, again, we land that Petrification, which is beautiful. We won't be placing a bomb, I don't think, on him, but maybe on the Reviver. So let's see. I kind of lost track of where our cycle is right now. The nice thing is we haven't seen it yet, but the whole synergy between Petrification and bombs, the longer the battle goes on, so against like the tanky meta that exists right now, the more chances we have at landing those Petrifications. But they're landing with quite an alacrity already. I really love it, man. Mithrala is an absolute monster. And the thing is you don't have to run her with a bomb champion at all, right? We could easily take her out of this team, Astrolith that is, and put in anybody. Frankly, we could put a Reviver on the team. We could put a tanky champion on the team if we wanted to. So many different ways that we can go. I do want to keep choosing like really formidable squads. So let's do one more here, and let's go into the live arena. What do you guys say? Sound good?
I want to go home.
Sounds good to me. All right, so here we go. We land a whopping 1 hex there. But we do land 2 bombs on Mr. UDK, but unfortunately, we're going against a Mithrala on the other squad as well. We're also going against a Mortu Macabre, but keep in mind that Harima, she hard counters Mortu Macabre so bad. He's like a dead spot on that team with her on this, with her on our team. Mitigating the ignore defense on 100% ignore defense. He can't even land a critical hit against her. Sure. Bad timing, as I said that, he took down Astrolith. But again, she's the squishy one of the group. We're not too worried about her, right? The rest will get the job done here. I'm almost tempted just for one quick, I lied to you guys. We'll do a live arena, but first, I just want to throw in like a Gaius, the Gleeful. I don't even think I have good gear on him at all, but just an AoE bomber, just to see what would happen, right? Astrolith, oh, by the way, I do have 2 turns of Stone Skin, just so she doesn't get CC'd. Even if she did get CC'd, though, you can make the argument that a fast Mithrala coming back around with the A3 might be all we need, but I kind of like that security. All right, so let me go against, I kind of want to go against a tankier team, but let's just try a fast team first. I'm going to take out Astrolith and put in Lord Shazar, who actually has a better aura. I just hope I have any gear on him at all. Let's see. Okay. Look at that attack. It's so low. I don't know. He doesn't have a very good build, but let's try anyway, right? Let's try anyway. Now we have the AoE. So he has a 1-turn Stone Skin on Lord Shazar. Okay, so we go in there. Gonna easily be able to keep everybody alive from a Nithwi Blood Twin. Obviously, he has the block revival, but isn't hit hard enough. So what we can do here is self-buff, get that increased attack on, take that extra turn, boom. Now we got bombs for days, or at least, you know, 3 of them. And now we can just kind of wait. We can put it on auto and wait. But it looks like Harima's trying to steal the show. We don't get to see any of the bombs go off. But I think the beautiful thing here is really, you don't need a Lord Shazar, even in a crappy build or whatever, is also like a really fun champion to have on a team like this. And who knows, he might still come through for us and be the MVP of this battle. We will see. So, no, it's going to be Harima. We love Harima, don't we? All right, guys, let's go ahead and, you know what we should do real quick before we enter the live arena? By the way, shout out to those of you who have not tuned out. I feel like I'm kind of being especially... Oh, we don't have a chest piece. No wonder the attack is so low. All right, I have 2 turn Stone Skin on him, too. I feel like I'm being especially rambly this video. I apologize, guys, but you know what? I mean, you've come to expect. You know what you're getting here on the channel, don't you? Let's see. What could we use? Speed. We could use some speed. I'm just going to throw this on. Just 5 speed, but I guess we'll take it, right? So that's a lot better, at least, his attack. And then we have a little bit of speed there. Let me just, I love the priority stats, man. We can just select speed high, attack high, and then go equipped and see what we got. Hefrak, what are you stealing, man? If Hefrak will gain speed and attack, screw it, let's do it. Sorry, Hefrak, we love you, buddy, but now we got a nice, now we can put Lord Shazar on the team as well. And my gut tells me is they may ban Lord Shazar because of his speed aura specifically. Okay, let's try it out. Live arena, here we go. All right, our first opponent, Sin Fantastic. Sin Fantastic. So here we go. Recently used first. Let's give him the one that we want him to ban. Astral, it doesn't really matter. But let's give him, I like kind of giving them the champion that I want them to ban pretty early on. The concern here is that I feel like most good players are going to ban Mithrala no matter what, right? If she's the only increased attack champion that I'm showing. Obviously, Shazar has it in his own kit. So I got a chance they might ban Shazar. Also, any good player too would probably see a bomb layer in the beginning and start stacking up cleansers, you know? So we're gonna ban Warlord. Very curious who he goes with. Especially after seeing Alsgore. He's like, huh, this is an interesting combo. See, if I saw these first 3 champions, they're so off meta that, well, at least 2 of the 3, right? That I might kind of not pay enough attention, you know? So he shows me a Baron who's very dangerous, Mithrala and Lord Shazar. I wonder who the last champion's gonna be. So I have a few ways of tackling this team. What I'm thinking is, depending on who he goes with, even though I want to ban Warlord, I could actually ban Duchess if he doesn't have another speed aura, and I would be pretty confident that I'll win the speed race with Mithrala being as fast as she is. So that might be my strategy, is forego the Warlord. Helicath. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to ban their speed aura, get rid of their intimidating presence as well, and they ban Astrolith. So we can make Shazar our lead. Ooh, it worked. We showed them the champion we wanted them to ban first. And then we went right after their aura lead. So we're definitely going to go first. We can come in here. Oh man, it kind of sucks that they got 3 stone skins, but it is what it is. We come in, we land one of those. Warlord's going to come in, put our skills on cooldown. That sucks, but it is what it is. He's not going to put Mithrala's skills on cooldown, though. And eventually, we're going to win this one. I have faith. All right. This is why I don't do live arena battles, by the way, because they feel like they take so freaking long. So not much we can do here. We're just going to A1 into Warlord. We're going to get the annoying counterattack no matter what. I think I want to wait. No, I need the strengthen right away because Baron's up with Sky Piercer. So we need that strengthen on our team. Otherwise, we're all toast. Shazar might be toast. No, he's not. He's not. Is he going to use Sky Piercer or not? That's the question. He's thinking. He's thinking. And he uses it, and we all stay alive. Perfect. Everybody's doing pretty well. The cool thing is we have Asgore up next.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
My bad. I forgot that our skills were on cool. I'm like, we can fully heal and block damage, and we'll be great, guys. We'll be great. Increasing the duration of 2 random debuffs. Okay, nothing there. Cool. Wanted to make sure I read. He's a new champion, so I want to make sure I reread his abilities to make sure he's not doing anything that slipped by me, but that was what I had expected there. All right, so Warlord's going to A2. All right. Come in with the A1. More attacks from Helicath. Helicath, we hate you, bro. We love you, but we hate you. He's another champion that would, again, suit very well on this team. Here he goes with his A2 ability. Come on, man. I'm trying to record a video here, dude. Just go in. Okay, goes A1. All right. Recognizing they already have the shield. Everybody's still under this block damage? Golly. I probably shouldn't have attacked Helicath there, but it's okay. All right. Stick to Warlord. We are taking so many turns, I feel like. All right. Here we go. A2 again. Hate to do it with all block debuffs up on their team, but at the same time, I really needed my increased defense to be on all my champions, right? So we're 1 turn away from the A2 where we can remove buffs from the enemy team, and finally we have somebody on their team that's not under block damage, so we can, evade Helicath. I gotta be careful here. If he takes out Mithrala, I'm gonna be pretty sad, and I think he's probably going to, with Righteous Charge A3 ability. Oh, he goes for Shazar. Interesting, interesting. Leo comes in as A2, doesn't get the job done. Now we can cleanse everybody and really start resetting this. We can take this extra turn here. It's not going to give us our A3 availability, but at least we're, we're in the fight somewhat. All right, so I do want to attack Baron. Lord Shazar did so little damage there. But we're good. We're good. All right, so Orcish Ritual is 1 turn away, or is it up right now? We're going to see. We're going to see. This guy loves slow playing it. Okay, 1 turn away. We're good. We are good. I'm going to A1 here. Oh, so close. Let's go in. And guess what just happened, guys? Did you feel that? Do you feel it? Do you smell it? We just took control of the match. Orcish Rituals comes down. We still resist with Mithrala. They have no Reviver, so we don't have to deal with Baron anymore, which is great. And now, ooh, Shazar's getting very, 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 very squishy. 1 hit and he's down. Cool thing is we're going to start landing some petrifications because they're under, whatchamacallit, Hex. This is a battle here. All right, take down my bomber. I'm not scared. It's cool. We're just going to go after Helicath because he doesn't have block damage. And now we can get rid of the weaken, get a nice shield on everybody, get that strengthen up on everybody. And Harima's going to go ahead and do her thing. And again, we're just going right after Helicath here. Cool thing about Harima is she can't land a weak hit against Demon Spawn, and Demon Spawn can't land a critical hit against her, so it's fantastic. Come in here, hopefully not. Perfect, perfect. Did a good job avoiding the block damage. We're gonna have to deal with a big nuke. Now, A1. Both of his nukes are off cooldown. Okay, 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 okay. Warlord, A2 it, baby. Or A1. Okay. Now we can start cooking here, guys. So, I think we're just gonna go right for Warlord here. I think that's the move. Here we go. Kill him. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, so we lost my main man, Lord Chazar. We still got the job done. Really, thanks to Mithrala in a big part. I mean, all of those, so crucial. Those remove all buff abilities from those champions, right? Like from the petrification, excuse me. Like removing all their buffs at the same time, getting rid of the block damage from Helicath and stuff like that. Like that is so strong, man. Let's do one more battle. Come back to you guys when we find an opponent here. All right, guys, we got Lord of Fall. Mad Lord of All. Lord of Fall, bro. You wonder why I'm bad at names, guys. Seriously. Let's go Harima first this time. So he's pretty high in trophies compared to yours truly. You got to assume he's gonna... He took the words out of my mouth. You got to assume anybody over 2,600, at least the time of this recording, which is a few days older, it inflates every day, right? But anybody over 2,600, I just assume they're going to rock a Siphi, Rhodos, Marichka, Taurus, like 4 of their champions, and maybe a Warlord. Hopefully I didn't call it exactly, but that's what I assume. All right, here we go. Gonna try not to show them the bomb strat until the end, and we'll see what he decides to do here. Oh, maybe I'm bitter because I don't have Taurus, but boy, do I hate this. All right. All right. All right, so a cardio. Gonna get rid of Marichka, obviously. The thing about Taurus and Marichka, guys, is they're really, really good. I think the best tandem in the game. But how you neutralize them, right? Unless you're running like, you know, Mighty Ukos and Helicath and stuff like that. The best way to neutralize them is separate Marichka from Taurus, right? They're so much better when they're together. All right, guys. I mean, this is going to be a fast one, right? We got one shot at this. We all know where we're going. We're going to win the speed race. I'm scared as hell, but whatever. It will be an exciting conclusion to the video either way, right, guys? I might have to take a few deep breaths after this one myself. So they have 2 stone skins. We're going to go A2, obviously. See, if we keep Marichka on the team, it's pretty much game over because... it's already pretty much game over, but it's really game over. Reason being is because they're going to counterattack every single time we hit Marichka. Anyway, 2 bombs on Siphi. Of course, we get turned into a goat. I'm actually going to use the bomb ability first, right? And then we're going to come in. Oh. Ooh! Eat that, buddy. That's A3 it. 2 provokes. Did I say I was gonna lose? I meant I knew the whole time I was gonna win. This guy, easy peasy, is what I meant to say. There we go. That's it. GG's. Bye-bye. 2 Taurus cardio, Siphi. You ran into the Mithrala, the Maritha? Dude, I can't even say. I apologize, Lord of All, for calling you Lord of Fall. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Man, Mithrala is an absolute monster. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.